This is going to be a super random video compared to most of what I do, and maybe quite rambly and mostly a commentary, but it's the 15th year anniversary for a franchise I hold near and dear to my heart. My guilty pleasure franchise, that being Hyperdimension Neptunia. I started the franchise back in early 2015, playing Rebirth 2 on my really bad laptop that could barely run it, and when it did, it was fighting for its life. Like, this is some of the many demons I had to face due to my computer lacking the RAM to run it. But even then, it's kinda crazy how far it's come as a franchise. Keep in mind, the original game, for all intents and purposes, was a pretty bad game. It ran pretty poorly, the dungeon exploration was boring, the combat was RNG dependent, that's not a joke, using items in the game dependent on putting chances on it, and meeting a condition, and the overall soundtrack felt honestly quite miserable. However, in all of that, there was a certain charm to it. The characters were goofy, the art style outside of the in-game renders were really good, and the story is without a doubt the strongest in the franchise, something that I don't think Rebirth 1 was able to capture, regardless of that game being such a massive boon for the franchise, bringing the most eyes to it, mine included. It cannot be understated how much of this franchise has done for both IdeaFactory and CompileHeart as a company. However, something I believe most people can agree on is Mega Dimension was the last genuinely good Neptunia game. Some argue it's the only good one, but I disagree, although I still find it quite funny that they snuck in Manolia Claire from Guilty Gear Zerd into the soundtrack. Unfortunately, Mega Dimension was also the last mainline game, them bringing out spin-off after spin-off. While some have been hits, Sega Hard Girls being my personal favourite in the franchise, we also have misses like with Virtual Stars. In a way, you could say it was the dark ages for a Neptunia fan, but with the recent years, we've seen a light at the end of the road. For my personal dislike of Sisterverses and me being in the middle for its sequel, they've started to build towards the next potential mainline game. And with their current stream leaving with a teaser for the next potential mainline game, we're left to wonder what's next for this franchise. You can say a lot of things about the Neptunia franchise. It's cheap fan service, a cash cow, shell of its former self, shovelware, moe slop, the thing that Snoop Dogg signed that one time, but I can personally look past the franchise's missteps. For their many poor spin-offs, there is a diamond in the rough with Sega Hard Girls. For the Rocky Original series, we've got the remade trilogy on modern consoles. But the reason I love this franchise the most, and this will be corny to say, but it's the reason I got back into anime. For the longest time, I only watched Dragon Ball when I was a kid and never interacted with the medium again. But it wasn't until Neptunia caught my attention where I embraced more of that nerd anime culture. For better or for worse, I was a teen and therefore quite cringe. But if it wasn't for Neptunia, it might have taken me longer, or maybe not at all. Not only that, but it introduced me to the other franchises they've made. I've said this before, but Mary Skelter is one of my favorite video game franchises. I own almost every limited edition of it, as well as Fairy Fenceref and a statue of Shina Ninomiya from Death End Request, a series I plan on reviewing very soon with the release of Code Z to PC. But I cannot understate how much of an effect this franchise has had on me, and I just want to say this and wrap up the video. Happy 15th anniversary, Hyperdimension Neptunia.